City Council meeting. If you will stand with me, I will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You can be seated. Next item on the agenda is confirmation of a quorum.
Councilmember Kaler.
Present.
Tholen. Present. Rummel.
Present.
Erickson.
Here.
Edmondson.
Here.
Rowan.
Here.
Mayor Levisay.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Next item is the consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Sorry.
Go ahead, Councilmember Rummel.
I just wanted to point out that we are passing the pavement management program today, and it's such an honor to be able to do that with all the hard work that everybody did and what we passed, the bond, and how many miles we're able to get out of that deal. So it's a fantastic deal.
That's pretty exciting. I was also going to mention the minutes were in draft form until we approve it tonight. There was an error, but that's been updated and will be reflected in the record if it passes on this vote. So any questions on that? You'll see the updated form on the website. With that, roll call.
Councilmember Kaler.
Aye.
Tholen. Aye. Rummel.
Aye.
Erickson.
Aye.
Edmondson.
Aye.
Rowan.
Aye.
Mayor Levisay.
Aye.
Carried unanimously.
Next, we have a series of public hearings that we've had requests to continue. So I'm going to open each one, and then I'll need a motion to continue after the public hearing is open. So first one is public hearing on Eclectic Tattoo, a CUP for them. I'm going to open that public hearing. City Clerk, do you have any items to read for the record? Nope. Okay, then I need a motion to continue that. The request has been for March 2nd City Council meeting.
So moved.
There's second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed, no? Motion carries. Next is a public hearing for McAtee Meadows General Development Plan. Going to open that public hearing. Now I need a motion to continue that to the April 6th City Council meeting.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed, no? Motion carries. Next item is a public hearing for the Unified Development Code text amendment related to short-term rentals. I'm going to open that public hearing. I do have a speaker appearance form for this one, so I'm going to give that person the opportunity to speak since the public hearing is now open. Is Michael Doran here? Okay, so we will make sure that he gets recognized at the next council meeting when we discuss this, if he still wants to. So that means I need a motion to continue this item to the March 16th City Council meeting.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All right, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed, no? Motion carries. Next, we have a public hearing that doesn't have any action, but it's our tax increment finance updates. And so we're going to have our finance department give us an update. I'm going to open that public hearing. And then if there's any items to read into the record.
Mayor, the city has one exhibit to enter into the record. City Council Information Form dated February 9th, 2026 with the following attachments. 2025 Annual TIF Report, South Area NID Bond Update Report, Adams Farm Bond Update Report, White Oak Bond Update Report, Affidavit of Public Hearing Notice, and Presentation. This is all we have to enter for the record.
Staff, if you want to give us your report. Yeah, go ahead, council member.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Good evening. I'm here to present the TIF and Economic Development Update. It is required by Missouri statute that we, every 5 years,
Can you get on that mic a little bit more, please?
that every 5 years, the city presents an update for the TIF projects. And in order to meet that requirement, the city has made the decision to present every year on all of its economic incentive projects. This first slide that we have in front of you here is the map of the entire city with all of the economic incentive projects. Granted, it's extremely difficult to read here on the screen, but you can view that on the city's website and see it more clearly. These maps are a little bit clearer than the other map, just snippets on the North Blue Springs CID, the Dervet Chapter 100, Whataburger, and Sunset Plaza CID. Again, these can be viewed as well on the city's website. This is the map of the Downtown Blue Springs CID and the Colonial Gardens CID. We currently have 3 tax increment financing projects that are active. We have Adams Farm, Woods Chapel, and White Oak. The Woods Chapel project is 100% complete for the developer, and that is because they were only allowed to be paid 50% of their certified costs if they didn't bring in their anchor tenant. So at that point, all of those net revenues are being shifted to the city. So at this point, the city has been reimbursed 63% of our costs that we put into improving the roads over on Woods Chapel. The White Oak the White Oak TIF has a bond component and a pay-as-you-go component. The bonds are currently 23% reimbursed, and the pay-as-you-go is 41% reimbursed. And then skipped over the Adams Farm, but it is 50% paid at this point, and that as well was a bond project that was funded not only by the TIF, but also by several TDDs and CID. We have 8 active CID projects. We have Fall Creek, Adams Dairy Landing, Woods Chapel, White Oak, Sunset Plaza, North Blue Springs, Downtown Blue Springs, and Colonial Gardens. As you can see, the percent reimbursed is listed there in that second to the last column, and then the last column indicates what sort of funding was applied there. All of them, other than White Oak, currently is pay-as-you-go. The Downtown Blue Springs CID is funded, it was set to fund improvements and district costs. It's a little bit different than some of the other projects that we have where their original costs were certified and the liability was carried to pay it down. This is more pay-as-you-go as well. We currently have $158,000 of cash sitting in that district's fund. And this slide shows the historical costs that have been reimbursed. And then the second slide down below gives you a little bit more detail of specific expenditure categories that have been paid with the tax dollars, and it gives you the historical history there so that you can see, as the expenditures have increased over time for the different categories. Whataburger was set up as a reimbursement agreement. It is being funded by the property taxes, the real property taxes, as well as the city's general and transportation sales taxes. The park sales tax nor the public safety sales tax were not pledged to this project. As you can see, the certified costs were originally $581,000. That project is earning interest each year, so we currently to date have paid $80,000 in interest and $60,000 in reimbursable project costs. That will sunset on March 31st of 2041. So if all of the costs have not been paid at that point, the project will terminate at that point regardless. We have 4 active Chapter 100 industrial development bonds. We have Kohl's, Forcia or Forvia, Dervet, and then Blue Springs 70 Logistics Center. The Kohl's Distribution Center is set to be to end in 2029, and Dervet will be the next one in 2030, and then the others will follow behind that. As you can see, the second to the last column indicates the projected value of the incentive, and for instance, Kohl's, the 2025 abatement amount was $10,000. For Forcia, it was $892,000. For Dervet, it was $157,000, and Blue Springs Logistics was $550,000. This is just a list of the completed or terminated Chapter 100 projects. As you can see, we had Kohl's, Dervet, Meyer Labs, Walnut Street, and Novel Place. Meyer Lab was the only one that was fully paid off. The others terminated based on the end date. We have 3 active Chapter 353 projects. We have Main Center, Village Gardens, RGH, and the Adams Point, which is the hotel tract, actually had its ended with the 2024 tax year, which was actually 2025, which is why it's still appearing on this chart. It will move to the completed list in next year's, since it'll become fully taxable in 2026 fiscal year. And again, here is a list of all of the completed projects for 353s. The most recent one was Target Time, and that was back in 2015. The Adams Dairy Parkway corridor, you can see, was never actually activated, but the rest of them were paid down, but then terminated again based on the end date of the project. And again, here is a map that can be viewed on the city's website so that it can be seen more clearly. These are the Main Center projects. And this is the list of the 7 active Main Center projects we currently have. So we have Pizza Shop, America's Community Bank, East 40 Brewing, Blue River Dental, Jones Place, Anthem Photography, and Scooters. Again, you can see the project value in the 3rd column from the right, and then the incentive percentage that was approved of that project value. So those continue to be paid at this point. The Pizza Shop, the 2025 abatement value was $5,300. America's Community Bank, $7,500, East 40, $15,900, Blue River Dental, $27,400, Jones Place, $32,600, Anthem Photography, $30,300, and Scooters, $26,600. So the NID Improvement District, as you know, is the area out south Blue Springs where the Neighborhood Improvement District was approved to fund the sewer infrastructure needs that were out that direction. So we have been applying an assessment to the residents of the parcel in that area to their property tax bill. That is to pay the 2018 limited obligation bonds. We originally had the 2009 bond issue, but that was refunded in 2018 to have interest savings on the loan. The last year for the tax assessment will be 2028, and the last date of it'll be 2028 tax year, 2029 fiscal year, final bond payment February of 2029. And this year, the special assessments affected 1,139 property owners. That's an increase of 41 from the prior year. We currently have just under 30,000 in outstanding assessments on those properties. None of them have hit the 3-year delinquent mark to go into the tax foreclosure, but a couple of them, or a few of them, are actually 2 years delinquent, so we'll watch those closely as we move forward. The new residential development, the most recent new residential development in that area is the Hudall Acres. So, and again, here is a map of the neighborhood improvement district. The 2 parcels in red are the last 2 parcels in the NID that are held in the land bank and are currently for sale. The green is the parkland that was excluded from the assessments back in 2009 when the project was established. The blue just to the upper left is the Southwest Park, and the blue to the right of the green is the Southern Jackson County Fire District. And our funding agreements and future projects are the Adams Dairy Parkway mixed-use development, which was approved in April of 2025 by council. The Lumberyard mixed-use development, which approved in April of 25 as well. And then the Transit parking lot development approved November of 2025. And this concludes the TIF and Economic Development update, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for staff from the council? Councilmember Kaler.
A comment, sir?
Mhm.
Thank you for all that you do. Very appreciative of all that work that you did on that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? This is a public hearing, so I'll go to the audience. Any comments on the update provided by staff on our TIF agreements? All right, any other comments from the council? Now we'll close this public hearing. Next, we get into our ordinances for consideration tonight. This is the part, I don't have any speaker appearance forms, but if there's anybody that wants to make a public comment about any of the items on the rest of the agenda, either the code of ordinances for the building code, the intoxicating hemp products, the kratom, or our legal services with Jackson Lewis, this is the time to do that. So anyone in the audience who makes comments on any of the other items on the agenda this evening? Okay, then I will move on to item 9, introduction and reading of Bill 5381, amending the Code of Ordinances relating to building codes.
I'll introduce it.
First reading of Bill 5381, an ordinance amending Chapter 500, Sections 500.010, 500.020, 500.090, 515.450, 515.960 of the Code of Ordinances, City of Blue Springs, Missouri, to adopt international building codes and national electric code and make exceptions hereto.
Your Honor, I move we approve on the first reading and proceed to the second.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes, sir.
Councilmember Kaler.
I just have a quick question to refresh my memory. Is the arc fault breakers still in this update? Didn't we leave that in there?
Yes, so the current ordinance, or the current building code section would be the same as the 2018, so we've left it the same as is.
That's what I was thinking. I just had a couple of questions asked to me, and I just wanted clarified to make sure I didn't mess it up.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Any other discussion on this item? All right, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed, no? Motion carries. Second reading.
Second reading of Bill 5381, an ordinance amending Chapter 500, Sections 500.010, 500.020, 500.090, 515.450, 515.960 of the Code of Ordinances, City of Blue Springs, Missouri, to adopt international building codes and national electric code and make exceptions hereto.
Your Honor, I move to approve the second reading, provide the proper ordinance number.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Tholen.
Aye.
Rummel.
Aye.
Erickson.
Aye.
Edmondson.
Aye.
Rowan.
Aye.
Kaler.
Aye.
Mayor Levacy.
Aye.
Carried unanimously and given ordinance number 5480.
Next item is item 10. It's a resolution to support the state efforts to regulate intoxicating hemp products. Do I have a motion to approve that resolution?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Okay, this is a voice vote only. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Motion carries. Next item, item 11, is also a resolution to support the state efforts to regulate kratom products. Do I have a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? All right, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Motion carries. Next item is introduction to reading bill 5382. This is prohibiting the sale of intoxicating hemp and kratom products to any person under the age of 21.
I'll introduce it, Your Honor.
First reading of Bill 5382, an ordinance amending section 225.010 of the Code of Ordinances, City of Blue Springs, Missouri, and adding section 225.195, regulating the sale, purchase, and possession of intoxicating hemp-derived cannabinoids and kratom-derived products.
Your Honor, I move we approve on the first reading and move to the second.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Yes, Your Honor.
Councilmember Kaler.
I would like to move that Bill 5382 be postponed indefinitely.
I would second that motion.
Okay, I have a motion and a second to postpone indefinitely bill number 5383. Is there any discussion? Okay, no discussion. Is this a voice vote or? Okay, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. I think that motion carries. Then item,
Your Honor, I'd like to make another motion on that same topic, though.
okay, can we still accept a motion on that item if we've continued it? It's a separate motion and that's German. Okay. Councilmember Kaler, make your motion.
Thank you, Your Honor. I move to direct staff to bring forward a new bill in March, and whichever meeting that would best fit for them, the staff, that prohibits the substance defined in Bill 5382. This bill is like using a strainer. It catches some things, but it misses a lot of things go through it. And I would like to see another bill present to us. We, as council, was in Jeff City the last 2 days talking to our representatives, and a lot of good things that come out of Jeff City. And there is a lot of discussion about this going on, and I would really like to hear what is happening down there in Jeff City with this. I know a lot of cities have made their own thing and their own ordinance, but I would like to hear what the Jeff City has to come.
Let me clarify your motion, just make sure I understand it. So you want staff to bring forward a new ordinance in March. Did I hear you say specifically to completely prohibit or just a new
Yes.
bill that they propose?
That prohibits the substances defined in 5382.
Okay. Do I have a second on Councilmember
I'll
Kaler's
second
motion?
that.
I have a second. I have a motion and a second. Do I have any discussion?
Your Honor?
on Councilman Kaler. Councilmember Edmondson.
Just out of curiosity, I guess, if for some reason that bill does not pass the House, where do we stand on that?
Well, I'm hoping that the staff can come back and tweak it some more, that if the state drags their feet down there, we can go ahead and pass something here in Blue Springs.
Your Honor,
Councilmember.
I think there's been some discussion and concern about age limiting placement of product and or prohibiting product. So we don't get in the weeds of that, pardon the pun on that, I guess that's a bad one. I think Councilmember Kaler's motion, we can amend to what we feel like, whether it's age or placement or complete banning at that particular time. And I also believe this supports the resolutions that we passed just previously to that.
Okay. Any further discussion?
I just think putting
Councilmember
a timeline of 4 weeks on it isn't enough for the staff. I mean, we put a tight timeline on them. They came back with an ordinance and it wasn't good enough. I think we need to give them a lot more time than that, or maybe wait and see what the state does through the whole end of the process before we bring something forward.
So it sounds like staff, the latest it could be, if it's in March, would be the March 16th meeting. Do you have a recommendation?
That's correct. If we were going to proceed with the motion as written, we would just change the ordinance to not limit this sale just to under 21 and behind the counter, to prohibit those items completely as defined in the ordinance or the bill that's before you tonight.
So do you think March 16th is enough?
March 2nd is,
March 2nd would be
Is-
fine. Okay,
yes.
so if we just leave it at March, you can make that call.
yes.
Your Honor.
Councilmember Erickson.
If we're gonna do that, there's a phrase, and pardon me for not having it in front of me, but where we name the products, we name them like this, 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 and this, and we stop. I would certainly like to see some verbiage in there that says these products, not limited to these products, but these products specifically, so that, I think that leaves the door open for something that comes up at a later date or at this date, if that makes sense. So
Okay.
I just don't want to limit what we're doing.
Any further discussion before we vote on Councilmember Kaler's motion? Okay, then this can be a roll call, or is this voice vote as well? Okay, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Sounds like motion carries. Next item is introduction and reading of Bill 5383, approving a contract for legal services with Jackson Lewis.
I'll introduce it, Your Honor.
First reading of Bill 5383, an ordinance approving a contract for legal services between the City of Blue Springs and the law firm of Jackson Lewis PC.
All right, move we approve on the first reading and move to the second.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Motion carries. Second reading.
Second reading of Bill 5383, an ordinance approving a contract for legal services between the City of Blue Springs and the law firm of Jackson Lewis PC.
Your Honor, I move we may approve the second reading and assign appropriate ordinance number.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Brummel.
Aye.
Erickson.
Aye.
Edmondson.
Aye.
Rowan.
Aye.
Kaler.
Aye.
Folin.
Aye.
Mayor Levisay.
Aye.
Carried unanimously and given ordinance number 5481.
All right, that's all the business items on the agenda. Next is visitor section. Again, I don't have any speaker appearance forms. Is there anyone in the audience like to address the council? With that, we will go to council member comments. Any council members have some items? Councilmember Erickson.
Your Honor, I'm a proud Rotarian and very proud of the gentleman sitting to the left of me. Councilmember Edmondson was honored by the Rotary International President-elect today for his, I'll call it lifelong service in Rotary, which is service to others above service to self. And congrats on that, man. You've done a good job and appreciate it.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Councilmember Edmondson.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Your Honor,
Councilmember Kaler.
my favorite term, ditto.
Any other council members have comments? Councilmember Edmondson.
Well, you'll probably mention this, but I probably get ahead of you on that. But, you know, it's been an exciting 2 weeks. We've got 3 eggs.
Oh, yeah.
We've got national recognized or, you know, attention on that. So it's nice to see that Blue Springs is in a positive light being portrayed out there.
Yes, the Blue Springs Eagle Cam, Freedom and Liberty have 3 eggs. And now we're on egg hatching watch
Yeah.
to see when the little eaglets come. So that'll be the next exciting
How
round.
many days we have left?
It's like 30 days left. 20, yeah. Maybe even St. Patrick's Day. You never know. All right, any other items, council members? The only thing I'm going to mention is tomorrow is my opportunity to give the second state of the city. So a lot of exciting updates, including what Councilmember Brummel mentioned. We approved in the consent agenda the contract for 110 miles of street maintenance that will all get done this year. So that includes roads that we keep hearing about, 19th Street, 15th Street, R.D. Mize, even Woods Chapel and Adams Ferry Parkway, Mock, all will get repaved this calendar year. So it's pretty exciting to see that contract approved and work get started. We do have an executive session, so I will let the city clerk read an item to so move.
A motion is in order for council to go into closed session pursuant to section 610.021 subparagraph 2 revised statutes of Missouri for the purpose of privileged communications between a governmental body or its representative and legal counsel, including real estate, and that any minutes, documents, and other records discussed or taken during the closed session remain closed, and that this body stand adjourned at the completion of such session.
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Erickson,
Yes.
Edmondson,
Yes.
Rowan,
Yes.
Kaler,
Yes.
Tholen. Aye. Rummel,
All right.
Mayor Livesey.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We will go to executive session.